What's good with YouTube? It's your boy Credible Ace, tapping in again. As y'all can see the name of the title, I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys an updated credit profile and an updated credit score of my own credit profile, right? So today is January 21, 2026. I'm on the Experian website and we're gonna go ahead and just go over my credit report. As y'all can see, I have an 810 FICO score. This is probably the first time that I go over an 800. So let's go ahead and see what's being reported on my profile to touch that credit score. So we do have a total of 7 open accounts. That would be 5 credit cards, 1 car loan, and then 1 open pledge loan. So let's go ahead and go through each one of them right now. And plus, just to let you guys know, I did create a free credit blueprint on how you could start building positive credit. That would be totally free. I'll make sure to drop the link either in the comments or in the description. Please make sure you go ahead and download this or open this because there's a lot of great information on here. I go over authorized users, pledge loans, credit builder loans, credit cards, and of course, the most important, what makes up your credit score, right? So, real quick, the top two most important ones would be first, payment history, which makes up 35% of your credit score. You always want to pay on time and you want to have no late payments. One late payment can tank your credit score up to 50 to 100 points, right? And the second thing would be credit utilization, which makes up 30% of your credit profile. So you want to make sure that you keep your credit card balances low, under 30% for a good score and under 10% for the best score possible, right? So let's go ahead and look over mine real quick. I have 5 open credit cards, one with Amex, one with Citibank, one with Discover, and then 2 with Chase, right? So within all these 5 credit cards, I have a credit limit of $51,900. And off of that credit limit, I have $3,622 of debt being reported on this credit profile, right? Um, so which makes up 7% of my credit usage. Like I said, if it's under 30%, that's gonna give you a good credit score. But if it's under 10%, it's gonna give you the best and most perfect credit score. So before applying for a mortgage, before applying for a car loan, you guys want to make sure that this credit usage is just under at least 30%, right? For the best possible score. Like I said, credit utilization makes up 30% of your credit profile. So this is really important, right? Now, another thing, which was the payment history, which makes up 35% of your credit profile, is that you want to have no late payments. So just a quick example of my Discover credit card. This was the very first credit card that I applied to whenever I was 18. And let's go ahead and go to the payment summary. I have had this credit card open since 2019 of February. And as y'all can see, I'm still making current payments till January 2026. This credit card here is really important because this is one of the ones that has had the longest payment history without any late payments. Now, I do have a couple clients where they have closed older credit card accounts, and that's just a mistake, especially if you have no late payments on that account and especially if you have had current accounts. Now, let me just explain why real quick. Let's say, for an example, that I close this Discover credit card right now. Pretty much all of this payment history, which has been built up in the past 7 years, will be just wiped away from my credit report, and my payment history will go down, and my credit score will go down with it. So you always want to make sure that you leave y'all's credit cards open. Don't close them unless you really have to, right? So that's one very important thing for you guys, for me to go ahead and let you guys know, right? Another thing on top of that, I would suggest for y'all to open at least like 2 to 3 credit cards for it to be on your credit profile, because this is what makes up a healthy credit profile. This is what the banks and lenders want to see whenever you go ahead and apply for a mortgage or a car loan or for business funding, right? Especially for business funding, right? So just to give you guys an example, you do want to have open credit cards with tier 1 banks. That would be banks like Chase, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Truist, US Bank, just big banks that are known so other lenders can see that you have built relationships with bigger banks. You don't want to have credit cards. I wouldn't suggest to have no tier two credit cards. That would be cards like Macy's, um, you know, A Plus Academy offers them, Victoria's Secret, and also like Dick's Sporting Goods, because that just kind of lets lenders know that you're kind of like an impulsive buyer. Whenever you go to shop at Macy's and they ask you if you want to get approved right then and there for a credit card and you say yes, the lenders, I mean, as long as you got good payment history, that's good and all, but this isn't really, I wouldn't suggest that. Just go ahead and get you that tier one bank. They got way better benefits and all of that. I talked about this in another video, so if y'all want to go ahead and check that out, I'll leave the link around here, right? Now, for the next trade line, we do have an auto loan. I have had this auto loan for since 2021, so I definitely have some great payment history on this, and this is what makes up one of this makes up a chunk of my credit score, right? Because I've been had this open, no late payments. Like I said, that makes up 30% of my credit profile, and I've just been paying that on time. And as long as I've made no late payments, my credit score will be healthy, right? Now, the next trade line, and this one is really really important. You definitely want to have some type of installment loan being reported on your credit profile. So I have one open installment loan and I have one closed one. So let's go ahead and check the closed one out real quick. Both of them are pledge loans with Credit Union of Texas, right? So let's go ahead and open this one real quick. I opened up a pledge loan of $1,000 with the Credit Union of Texas, and I went ahead and paid 90% of that back in the first month, and I got this positive trade line being reported on my credit profile. Just real quick, a pledge loan is I deposited $1,000 on my checking account, and then I told Credit Union of Texas to open up a pledge loan, and pretty much all of that is a secured loan. As you can see right here, account type, it's a secured loan, not an unsecured loan. I use my own money to put it down as collateral, and they use that money to give me that pledge loan, and that pledge loan will be reported on my credit profile. That's how it works, right? This definitely helps me because it's gonna be a positive trade line on my credit profile. Literally anybody could do this. Like if you're in Dallas, if you're out here in Texas, we got this Credit Union of Texas. Anybody can become a member. It's literally only $25 to open up a checking account with them, and you could go ahead and open up that pledge loan. I believe you could start anywhere from $300 to $500 to open up a pledge loan. I've seen people do up to 8,000. I mean, you don't really have to go up there that much, but it definitely does help your credit profile. And this is honestly the best way to do it. This is what a good way to add a positive trade line fast on your credit profile, especially if you want to go ahead and get a car loan, a mortgage or anything like that, right? So that's the closed account. Right now, I do have an open account. Let's go ahead and check that. And I did make a $5,000 pledge loan. As you can see, I already paid 89% of this off in the first month. So I only owe like 535. And remember, this is pretty much my own money. I'm just paying it back. And they're doing me the favor of letting this being reported on my credit profile, right? As you can see, I got this 2 months ago, November 2025. This builds positive history, and it builds a positive trend line on y'all's credit profile. You can see the status that it's open right now, and it has never been late, and the original balance of 5,000, right? So this definitely helps because it's an installment loan being reported on my credit profile. Literally anybody can do this. I'm gonna drop the link on here too because I made a whole video on how to open up your own pledge loan, right? And other than that, we have zero collections, zero hard inquiries, and zero public records, meaning that I don't have no debt collectors coming for me, and I have no bankruptcies, no judgments, no child support being reported on my credit report, right? Now, just real quick, if you guys need help disputing any inaccurate or unverifiable negative items off of y'all's credit report, that could be late payments, debt collections, charge-offs, anything in that nature, we can go ahead and help you dispute those accounts if they're inaccurate or unverifiable or outdated. We use the FCRA consumer laws to go ahead and leverage that for you guys. And on top of that, we can also help you build positive credit. Now, like I said, I do have this free guide, so I'll be dropping the link down below. This is definitely gonna help you guys out. Make sure you go ahead and check that out for yourself. And plus, I just want to go ahead and let you guys know that this is my profile only on the Experian website, right? If you're looking to go ahead and get approved for something, pretty fast or whatever, or if you don't know what your credit score is looking like or what your credit profile is looking like, if you don't know that, I would highly suggest for you to go to My Free Score Now. They show you all three of your credit reports side by side. That would be Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion, right? And what the best part about this is that they only charge you $1 for a 7-day trial period, right? This all of my clientele, they have this credit monitoring system. I highly suggest it. So just in case y'all want to go ahead and check that out, I also dropped the link for that as well. And it literally takes like less than like 5 minutes to go ahead and get that set up. So that would be pretty much the video. If y'all have any questions, any concerns, if y'all have any questions, y'all could drop them down in the comments. If you like this video, if you gain some knowledge, any value, make sure you like, comment, and definitely subscribe. I'll be posting more videos here soon. Um, and yeah, man, I appreciate you guys for watching. Let's get it.